It's really easy to put on some extra weight in winter, especially at Christmas time.
So let's have a look how to shed those excess pounds and get yourself back down to fighting weight. Like with many aspects of training, it will have a lot to do with your level that you're starting from. If you're new to the sport, you can find it mentally really difficult to push through, get in your routine and do those rides consistently through the week. If you're a seasoned rider and have a lot of experience, that mental approach will come quite easily. Whichever your situation, you want to try and push through, and I guarantee that if you get through those first couple of weeks, you'll be stronger, faster, and you'll start to move the weight.
When it comes to training, consistency is key, especially when it comes to losing weight. So if you ride once or twice a week, simply trying to up that to 3 or 4 times will make a massive difference.
If you're already following a fairly rigid schedule, then you're going to have to become more specific. You want to start bringing some intensity into your training. A combination of steady state endurance rides and high intensity intervals will mean your body will look to your fat reserves.
You will often find that long rides in the cold will make you feel hungry, and you may be guilty of post-ride gorging. To stop this, it is paramount to fuel yourself for longer rides to prevent bonking, that dreaded feeling when you run out of energy and feel like eating anything you set your eyes on. I like to carry with me on my rides a banana and perhaps a cereal or energy bar if I'm running really low.
Your diet is obviously going to be really important when it comes to losing weight, actually probably more important than the training you're actually doing. Put simply, carbohydrates are a fast releasing energy source, protein's slower, and they're used in muscle repair and growth.
The slowest releasing of all is fat, although an extremely efficient source of energy. Any excess energy carried over by your body will be stored as fat, so you need to make sure that you burn off as much energy as you can.
So your diet should consist of a lot of lean proteins like chicken and fish, some vegetables, and a small amount of carbohydrates and fat. Don't forget, portion size is important too. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out. You need to burn off more calories than you're taking in to lose weight.
This will mean that you'll need to be strict with yourself, especially on your days off. Putting a reduced amount of food on your plate will help. And also, natural fruits contain large amount of sugars, so be aware of those.
You might now be wondering where you're actually going to get that energy from to get out and actually do some training. This is where caffeine can come into play. When on a low carb diet, a strong coffee 30 minutes before riding will give you the energy needed to get yourself going.
A pro tip of mine is get up in the morning, have an espresso, and get out for a 30-minute ride. The caffeine gets the metabolism going and makes it easier to burn fat.
The final aspect, and possibly the most difficult, is your mental approach. You'll need to be disciplined and set yourself realistic targets.
Goals are really important because motivation will come and go. No one stays motivated the whole time. But if you've got something to work towards, you're much more likely to get there.
As you reach your target, you'll find yourself growing in confidence and therefore easier to be strict on yourself and continue losing that weight.
There you go. Might actually follow some of those tips myself. Get back down to racing fitness.
You're getting that middle-aged bulge, Neil.
Yeah, aren't I? And if you want to see more videos, you can click up there for how to ride further.
And click down here for our training playlist. We've got some horrible ones at home on the Turbo Trainer.
Get on it. And if you haven't already, click there to subscribe to GMBM.